Wrestling fans, my name is Bryce Remsburg, and can you believe it? King of Trios is just over 2 weeks away. It all starts Friday night, September 14th, Easton, Pennsylvania, the Funplex, the Palmer Center, call it what you will, but it is the home of King of Trios 2012, the biggest wrestling tournament of the year. Have you heard? It's gonna be something else, as Campeones de Prejas Young Bucks team with Mike Bennett to represent the Ring of Honor. They will go 3-on-3 with the Warlord, the Barbarian, and out of retirement for 1 weekend only, Ming. You're only gonna see that match at CHIKARA. Also announced this week, first round action, Osaka Pros Trio to take on 2009 King of Trios champs Fist. You're going to see the 1-2-3 Kid team with the Portuguese man of war Aldo Montoya teaming with the Native American Tatanka. They are all set to go 3-on-3 with 3 of ECW's finest, Tommy Dreamer, Too Cold Scorpio, and Jerry Lynn. If you're not excited yet, I don't know how to get you more excited. How about this? Sendai girls all the way from Japan to go 3-on-3 with Wink Vavasor's version of The Colony. That's Fire Ant, Green Ant, and Assailant. Green Ant will shed a little light on this confusing matter.
King of Trios 2012 is only 2 weeks away at this point. And if there's one event on CHIKARA's calendar that I hold in the highest regard, it's the King of Trios tournament. In fact, last year, my team, The Colony, won the whole thing. Wow. This year, it's impossible for us to repeat, because on September 14th, I march into battle not with The Colony, Green Ant, Fire Ant, and Soldier Ant. No. It's Green Ant, Fire Ant, and Assailant. But that's a story for another day, because all that aside, I gotta look at my opponents on September 14th. You see, we've got the Sendai Girls Trio from Japan, which is composed of a tag team of Dash Chisako and Sendai Sachiko. And you know, in Manhattan, they showed the CHIKARA world what they had, and you better believe I was watching closely. And their partner, their trainer, their mentor, Meiko Satomura, one of the most feared Joshi wrestlers in the whole world. So you better believe I'm not taking them lightly, but they better not take us lightly either, because whether it's Fire Ant, Green Ant, and Soldier Ant, or if it's Green Ant, Fire Ant, and Assailant, we're bringing our all, and we're coming to win.
If you can believe it, the Sendai Girls not the only Joshi trio in this year's King of Trios. We saw Team JWP back at Joshi Mania, and they made quite an impression, so much so that their president, Commando Bolshoi, is coming with them this time. They will see first round action against Dasher Hatfield, Young Lions Cup champ Mr. Touchdown, and Matt Classic of the Throwbacks. If you're not excited yet, I don't know how to make you a bit more excited. Did I say Joshi? Did I say the greatest female wrestler of all time, Manami Toyota? She's back again. She teams with Jigsaw and the Master of 1,000 Holds, Mike Quackenbush.
I'm Mike Quackenbush, and I've earned the title the Master of 1,000 Holds because I've never stopped learning. I've never stopped studying. I have an undying passion for the art of professional wrestling. I have traveled the world. I have learned from so many people. And on those rare occasions in the ring, when all the things that I've learned over the years fail me, I invent something new in the moment. I wanted to tell you this so that you can understand the ways in which I am inspired by a woman named Manami Toyota. A woman famed for her inventiveness. A woman that is famed for her incredible work ethic. Manami Toyota had to survive in what is probably the most grueling training program anywhere in the world. And she came out the other side. She did more than survive. She thrived on it. She came out imbued with a respectability. She came out of that program charged with a drive, a relentless drive that has made her, in the opinion of many people, yours truly included, the greatest female professional wrestler of all time. On September 14th in Easton, Pennsylvania, Jigsaw, Manami Toyota, and I will stand across the ring from a trio comprised of at least 2 people who I am certain cannot understand what those things are about. I'm referring to you, combatant and deviant of Gekido. You certainly don't understand inventiveness. No, the characters, the personas that you've donned, even the moves that you use are just ripped off from us here at CHIKARA. And you certainly don't understand work ethic. If there's a shortcut to be taken, you take it. If there's a back door to sneak through, you sneak through it. You'd rather politic your way into a position then earn it. And that's why you will never truly be great. Because the great ones like Manami Toyota, they take no shortcuts. They find ways to overcome. And in that way, they become truly great. I don't suppose for a moment that you understand that. And there's something else I want you to understand. It seemed to catch you by surprise after our recent stop in Indianapolis, after what happened to 17. There was a long period of time here where I felt like, in all honesty, I was the face of CHIKARA. I had to be our spokesman. I was CHIKARA's ambassador to the world. And it was an obligation, it was a duty that I accepted gladly because I've spent my entire adult life chasing one goal, trying to make a certain vision for professional wrestling viable. And I've done everything in my power, no matter the time, the energy, the miles, the sacrifice, to make it come to life. And I have watched over the years as groups like you, Gekito, groups like Sweet and Sour International, groups like the Kings of Wrestling, groups like the Bruderschaft, show up and try and undo what I've done. The difference is, back then, there was a certain image I needed to maintain because it was me that represented CHIKARA to the world at large. But all of that changed at the end of Season 10. It changed at high noon. In front of the world, Eddie Kingston became the grand champion of CHIKARA. And it's Eddie Kingston that represents what CHIKARA is to the entire world. And that responsibility is now off my shoulders. So unlike these previous groups that want to kick dirt on my name personally, or on the name of CHIKARA, on the name of the Wrestle Factory, things have changed. And if you think for 1 second that I'm going to play by the same rules that you want to break, do you really think that I need to do that anymore? After all these years, after all these matches, all the places I've gone, the people I've faced, the things I've accomplished, that I need to keep up that veneer for the sake of you, Gekito? Are you really that stupid?
Rounding out the first round matches, the Spectral Envoy on quite a roll as of late in CHIKARA rings. That's Ultramantis, Hollow Wicked, and Frightmare. They're going to be going 3-on-4 with the Submission Squad. Director of Fun, Wink Vavasaur, in his infinite wisdom, has made them the first Quattro ever to enter King of Trios. Come out on September 14th in Easton and see it all unfold, but make sure you join us as well Saturday afternoon, September 15th, the 5th Annual Fan Conclave. We go on to Saturday night with Night 2. You'll see all 4 quarterfinal matches, and then don't forget about Sunday afternoon, September 16th. We bring it all home with the semifinals and finals of King of Trios, as well as the 10-team tag team gauntlet match with maybe a few surprises to boot. All this and more. It's King of Trios weekend. It only happens in CHIKARA. It only happens once a year. Go to CHIKARAPro.com. Get your tickets because you better believe they are selling fast. Make your plans. Be in Easton in just 2 weeks' time. King of Trios 2012 is coming.